interceptions in that game.
To throw is Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. But you look at this Bronco defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The Jets at 11-3 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Here's Fields. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And the Broncos first down.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
First down, Broncos.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
First down, Denver.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's taken in by Golden. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. And he is caught. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Instead, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's Fields.
But they'll say it's incomplete.
You look at this Bronco defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
And he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Again, Fields.
To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Fields. And he's got Booker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
3rd and 4. Fields throwing again. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards. And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Looking to put a drive together. Fields now to throw. Here's a ball deep for Musgrave. Oh, that is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First down.
Fields going to change things up here. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, he'll go to the ground to take. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. And the Broncos are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
At the 5-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. 2nd and 11.
Setting up a screen for Harvey.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7.
And that flag accepted.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw here.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Broncos first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
At the 46-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, Harvey. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Broncos.
They'll get this out wide to Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jets' 13-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. Calling a gain of a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3rd down and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is right through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to find Taylor downfield. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Denver.
They go play action here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And now they'll shift things around. They'll set up a throw. Well, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. 23 yards the pickup there.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Lucas Van Ness in there on the tackle.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He'll look to throw.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Fields. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw is Fields. Now he's going to step up and run.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A third quarter now at a one-point game as they line up second and 10. Throwing again is Fields. That is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
A gain of 41 yards on the play. And the Jets, first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal.
Again, Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good-looking return setup here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
27 more yards. That's another.
Now they'll change things up.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Touchdown! R.J. Harvey from 8 yards out. And the Broncos have retaken a third-quarter lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Well, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Looking to put a drive together. Fields now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Fields. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Back to throw. Fields. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
They run straight ahead with Harvey.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
And less than a yard.
They'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Matthew Golden,
45 yards.
And the Broncos stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Broncos 24, Jets 12.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He completes it to Olave. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Fields. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos 7-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. And
he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Justin Fields taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Jets 19.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He'll try and do this himself. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. He'll try to do it himself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
At the 29-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Gain of 12. First down, Broncos.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Herbie. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And
he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
25. Broncos 24.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Into space at the 45. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well.
First down, Denver.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
that completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Hands it off out of the gun. Down he goes at the 23 and pick up a 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5.
Toss to Harvey, running right.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
Loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. Into the wind. This is for the win. And his kick is good. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Broncos, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they